So in today's video, I'm going to go through 7 huge mistakes that I see a lot of people making with money. And at the end of the video, I'm going to go through the number one mistake, especially older people, the number one mistake, the older you are, you tend to make. So stick around for that. My name is Adrian. If this is your first time to the channel, this is Always Talk Money. I like to talk money as it relates to personal finance, investing, and anything else that can help you to level up financially. If that sounds good to you, please like the video, subscribe, become part of the family. We make new videos like this every single week. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I want to start here. A lot of people save, and that's very good. I encourage saving, and I think that is a good habit to pick up, especially the younger you are, the better. But one of the mistakes that you make when you save is that you have a low savings rate. What do I mean by that? It means that if you are saving $100, $200, $300 every month, while that may be good on the surface, you're saying, okay, Adrian, I'm saving, I'm doing the diligent thing and being good with my money. That's good. But $100, $200, $300 is just not going to cut it at our current rate of inflation and the times that we are in economically, financially, and so on and so forth. And so a lot of people have a false hope with their saving because they think they're saving, but when you're saving too little, you're basically just playing not to lose. If you know sports and you know sports analogies, you know that some coaches, they like to play not to lose. They don't play to win, they just play not to lose. And that's not a good way to go about your finances. You should always be aggressive but smart. And you should always go for the opportunity that will actually be better for you financially, whether that be retiring early, whether that be giving you a dream house, the dream life, taking care of your family, dream cars, and so on and so forth. There's no use in saving at a low savings rate just to say you're saving when it's not meeting any of your financial goals. Oh, I'm putting away $200 a month, but your savings goal says you need $500 a month just to be able to buy that new car to save up and so on and so forth. So if you have a low savings rate, get out of that money mistake. Be more aggressive, save at the correct amount that you need to save at so that you can hit your financial goals. And speaking of financial goals, a lot of mistakes that people make when it comes to their money is spending the money before they have it. We are in the advent of great technology, the internet, and so on and so forth. And so a lot of times you're working at your job and you get paid every 2 weeks or every week, and you're able to log on to your job portal. And what that job portal does is it shows you how many hours you're accruing and it shows you what your estimated paycheck is going to be, right? But how does that lead into people making money mistake? Well, it gives people the sense that they already made the money so they can already spend the money. So you're on your job portal, you're at work or you're at home sometimes, right? You pull it up, you see, okay, this paycheck, I'm about to get $1,800. I guess I can go on Amazon. I can get that new PS4. I can get that new video game that's coming out. I can get some new shoes. I can get some new clothes and so on and so forth. Ladies, you might like to go on Target. I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but I've never met a woman that doesn't like Target. It is what it is. But when you spend your money before you have it, you are putting yourself behind the 8 ball. You are actually making a huge financial mistake because what you don't account for is what if an emergency happens, right? And what if you have to take care of that? And so when that paycheck comes on Friday, you did Klarna, you did Afterpay, or use your credit cards to pay for all these things. And you say, okay, as soon as I get my paycheck, I'm going to pay it back. But guess what? The emergency happens, you don't end up paying it back. And guess what? Now you are in debt. Now you are accruing debt. Now you're just hustling backwards. And you know, I like to say on this channel, I don't want you to be hustling backwards. You should be hustling forwards to your financial goals, to financial freedom, to be in a position where you can make those purchases. You can live the good life and not having to worry about the money. But you're not going to ever get there if you keep continuing to look up on your paycheck portal and spending the money that you have coming in, depositing in your account on Friday. The best thing to do is this one thing, and this is the next money mistake that people make, and it's not having a budget. The best thing to do before you get your paycheck is have a budget to work off of. That means if you have a Target habit, if you have an Amazon habit, if you have a whatever other type of habit that you love to spend your discretionary money on, it's best to have a budget and put a discretionary fund inside of your budget. Guys, if you don't know anything about managing a budget, I have a money management ebook that will actually help you to understand how to set up a budget and how to manage your money effectively. So check that in the link in the description down below, as well as like the video, subscribe, become part of the family. We make new videos like this on personal finance every single week. But having a budget is just not a money mistake you want to make, because you don't want to be in a situation where you don't know where your money is going. You don't know why you're always broke. And worst of all, you work 30, 40, 50 years in a job. And then at the end of the time, when you're about to be retired, you realize that you have thousands of dollars that you don't have every month coming in to take care of your retirement. So instead of being able to retire, instead of being able to hang out with your grandkids, you still have to be working at Chick-fil-A or working at the library or just doing whatever it is that you have to do to make money come in, because you were not prudent with your money. You didn't use a budget, you didn't save, you didn't invest. You made all these money mistakes when you were younger, and now it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. So you want to avoid that. Always keep a budget. Now, another huge money mistake that a lot of people make, and it's a lot of Americans, millions of people across the world, and it's trying to play the credit card game. Now, I know one of my subscribers, they disagree with me. They say it's really not the credit card's fault, it's the people's fault. Well, okay, I'm going to take that advice and I'm going to blame you, the people. If you are playing the credit card game and you are not being successful, then you need to stop playing the credit card game. If you're not able to churn your credit card, if you're not able to pay it off every single month, get those perks, get those airline miles, and so on and so forth, then you need to stop. If you are not built for it, then just get out of the game overall. And take it from someone who has used credit cards, who has tried to play the credit card game, and every single time I try to play that game, I have failed. And this is someone who's very money conscious. This is someone who's very diligent about his spending, and yet still I never succeeded at the game. Now I'm in a different financial situation. I'm in a different financial knowledge. And so maybe if I played it right now, I would be successful. But guess what? That doesn't align with my values, right? And my values are to teach you that to be successful with money, I think avoiding debt is the best thing to do. The next thing I want to talk about in terms of mistakes that a lot of people make with their money: staying at one job for too long. Gone are the days that you can stay at one job for 30, 40 years and get a pension and a nice Rolex watch on your way out into retirement. You have to treat yourself like a business. You are a business, your skills are a business. And so if a job is not meeting your financial obligations, you should not be beholden to that job. You should not be loyal to that job just because they tell you they're family and you do a company retreat and so on and so forth. The boss comes around and pat you on the back every once in a while. Listen, you are a business, and just like that job, they are a business. And so if you weren't producing results, they would let you go, they would lay you off, and so on and so forth. And so you have to let go of that job if it's not producing results for you financially, if it's not giving you the right benefits, if it's not giving you the right vacation, if it's not aligned with your lifestyle, because this is all encompassing, right? And this is another money mistake that I see a lot of people make. One is staying at a job for too long, but the second one is taking a job only for the pay, because a paycheck is only a part of the compensation package at these jobs, right? You have to consider benefits, you have to consider time off, you have to consider sick pay, you have to consider the 401k match and what percentage is the 401k match, is there company stock. All of these things are all encompassing in the job. And so you might take a job that's 60K per year, but they have literally no benefits, versus a job that pays 45K per year, but they have 10% 401k match. They have unlimited PTO, unlimited sick time, and they will reimburse you for sick time. They have great medical benefits and medical insurance that will cover your whole family. And so if you have a sick child or someone who needs medical attention fairly regularly, and your job has a great medical benefit at even like a $0 copay every year, that is worth significantly more than that 60K job. So on paper, it looks like you're getting 15K less, but really in reality, you're getting so much more value and benefits. So when you're looking at the job, don't just look at the hourly rate, don't just look at the salary, don't just look at the upfront numbers that they're presenting to you, right? Lifestyle matters and all of that stuff. Because let me tell you something. Let's say you have a job that you have to work nights and weekends. Now you're missing quality time with your kids if you have school age kids. School age kids are not going to be up all night, right? So while you're sleeping in the day, they're at school and you're not spending any time with them. Now you're working on the weekends as well. So you're missing that time with them as well. So what is that really worth? Even if that job is paying you 100K, you could take 75K and get 100% of the time with your family. What is that worth? It's worth a lot, let me tell you. And now finally, let's talk about the money mistake that I said at the beginning of the video that a lot of older people make. And that money mistake is not using tech to help them with their finances. I know a lot of you are skeptical. I know a lot of you are used to the old school banking system, and it even took you a while to adjust to having online banking. But there's so much more now. We have banks that are only online. They don't have any physical branches like the Bank of Americas and the Wells Fargo's and so on and so forth. But they give you 5% APY on your money, right? And so while traditional banks may give you 1% if you're lucky, getting 5% is great because if you have $100,000 in that bank year over year, you're going to be making $5,000 versus just $1,000. What is that worth? And so if you're older, embrace technology to handle your money, embrace technology in terms of new banking systems, investing apps, and so on and so forth. Here's a dirty little secret, especially when it comes to investing and Roth IRAs and so on and so forth. I invest all of my money myself. I have a tax guy and I have an accountant, right? But in terms of investing, I invest all my money myself with a robo advisor, basically just an app, right? Like a Robinhood, I use Stash, and so on and so forth. And so if you're an older person and you want your money to do more, don't be as skeptical with the apps. Ask your grandson, ask your son, ask your nieces, your nephews, ask them to show you this stuff. Look it up on YouTube. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard to understand. You can get it because I believe that you can. It's so simple. You can get it, right? So don't be so stuck in your ways, basically. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. Leave it in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, become part of the family. We make new videos like this every single week. My name is Adrian. This is Always Talk Money. Check the links in the description for additional resources. But other than that, I will see you. Have a great day. Peace.